What's up guys, Bloodshed here, bringing you some PTR coverage for patch 2.6.6 Diablo 3 Season 18. Now this isn't going to be like a guide or anything like that, this is going to be like a sample of the builds to come. I didn't want to just put guides out there until I know these are all completely finalized. I might start in like a week or 2 weeks, and you never know if the items are going to change and it might make them better or worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to include written guides for all 5 of these builds. All right, these are 5 speed builds. I might do one for Greater Rift builds in a few more days once I spend more time with the PTR. But we're going to cover about 5 here today. Like I said, there'll be written guides in the description to Diablo fans links. Also my master link to Patreon with all my guides, free for everybody, will be in the description. That's all going to be updated before Season 18 goes live, so you can check that. If you notice some weird things, like there's no gem selected here, or you're scrolling down and there's nothing in the cube, don't panic, just keep scrolling and it'll be in the description, right? Diablo fans doesn't have the new items. These items just got released 3 days ago, so they're probably just not in the system yet. So the Legacy of Dreams, the Flavor of Time, like the Echoing Fury, a lot of these affixes aren't actually in the Diablo 3 planner yet, but all the stat priorities should be there, and I'm going to update all my builds, like I said, for the season, so never fear, chat. I'll take care of you. This is a PTR vendor before anybody asks. It's a dank meme. He's a PTR exclusive vendor. He allows you to buy like the new items that got buffed or whatever, just really cheap for us to gear out a little bit faster. So it has like the new amulets, the Echoing Fury, and just some stuff to get going, right? The Stone Gauntlets, a lot of the new things. Here's the new Legacy Gem. If you have any PTR questions, put them in the description. Maybe I'll do a Q&A in a few more days. I've been getting tons of questions, so maybe we can alleviate them. But without further ado, let's get into some of these speed builds. So this patch hasn't really brought forth new builds per se, but it definitely enhances previous builds, right? So a lot of people are saying like, hey Blood, it sucks that now Lon has to carry this gem right here. You can see it, Legacy of Dreams, a max level gem. But they also added this thing, the Squirt's Necklace, which gives us basically a Traveler's Pledge bonus with a Lon set. So I would say that in some cases, it's actually stronger to play Lon this season than the previous season because of all these new items that they added. But let's jump in. This is Lon, Wave of Light, probably the most insanely S+ tier, best key farm build in the game. I can't imagine anything beats it, and we have some really amazing speed builds to show. But I'm gonna start at the top, and this is Lon Wave of Light. Before anybody asked, also, it's no augments and 1000 Paragon, okay? So you can see by my dexterity. So I'm not gonna show it with every build because it's just time consuming. This is just the setup part. Anyway, let's jump into it. 75 is about T16 equivalent. Let's pop our buffs and just start DPSing away. Insane damage. So Squirt's Necklace gives you 100% damage increase when you don't get hit basically, or when you stay back and just blow things up. And you know, dash is one of the best movement abilities in the game. Pop your cooldowns here, pop the thing. I'm trying not to get hit, trying not to die. But this build, man, super top tier. I can't wait to make official guides for everything also. It's insane, man. A lot of people are like, you know, why don't you use things in your builds that group up mobs? You know, hey Blood, how come you don't use like abilities like Brig's Wrath or like sometimes like Black Hole or things that group up the enemies? It's because Wave of Light and Multishot exist, and they usually kill everything before you even have a chance to react, right? Things are dead off screen before we even have a chance to get there. So this is the cream of the crop, the top of the top. And no cam today. I streamed 9 hours today. I'm a little tired. I didn't want to break out, you know, I don't want to have to powder my nose, you know, for you guys. But you can always watch the VODs too. That's actually a good call out. If you are fiending for some PTR theory crafting, I definitely tested more builds than I'm showcasing in the video. Like we did, you know, EB Wizard and all kinds of stuff. We tried Spectral Blade Wizard, just 9 hours of theory craft and farming. So was this even an open map? I mean, look at this clear. I mean, come on. Not even an open map, dude. What even happened? What's even going on here? So you can imagine if you had augments and things like that, it would just be, I mean, it's already bananas. You can only imagine it would be even better with augs because you're going to probably be pushing on the same build, right? The next one is a Veers build, right? And you might be like, Blood, a Veers build, really? Like, we get it, you know, Veers is awesome. But this is my baby, okay? I feel like I birthed this build today on stream. We called it sicko mode as a joke, so you can call it whatever you want, actually. But let me explain before you roast me, okay? You have to give it a chance, you have to try it for yourself. So if you don't know about Archon, right? You get these Archon stacks, and then eventually you can get to a double stack. And when you're in a double stack, you max out on your attacks per second. If you don't know, the attacks cap out at 5.0, 5 attacks per second. You can't exceed it. So there's a point where, like if you'll notice, wizards don't stack attack speed too much with Archon, right? So with the Echoing Fury, I noticed I was capping out on attack speed with a single stack without even stacking it. So I had this idea to actually drop the Swami, which is insane to do because Swami is made for wizards. It allows you to keep your damage and get a double stack, which also gives you like double damage and all that stuff. But I noticed with the T16 level, we don't actually need all that damage. So when you're min-maxing, you remove the things that you don't need and you add stuff that you do need. So what we needed to do was reduce ramp up time in the beginning. So we still have our Fazula to give us that, boom, that 50 stack from the beginning to give us that initial burst. This is turning into a guide, but I feel like I have to explain the build. So with the initial stack from Fazula and my Echoing Fury stacks, when I kill enemies, it's a new item, okay? I'm really excited about this. When you kill enemies, you gain attack speed. So you're basically at 5 attacks per second, right when you pop Archon and you get a few kills and you're at 5 attacks per second. It's so amazing. It makes this build feel so much better. I'm not sitting here spamming like, normally I'll show you right here. Normally you're ground pounding like this. No. I use the beam. This is the lazy sicko mode Archon build, okay? So obviously I'm gonna have a guide for this once I perfect it and all that stuff. You might notice something different. Also, we're using the new Squirt necklace for more damage. This is like a key farm / low level GR speed build. A lot of shields here are protecting us to keep up squirts without taking that extra damage. In addition, we're using the Captain Crimson. Your cooldown is converted into damage with the Captain Crimson. Captain Crimson's not just for cooldown and reduced resource costs. It's basically has the power of a focus and restraint, and it gives you damage reduction. So don't sleep on Captain Crimson. Most of the builds this season are going to be using Captain. It's super duper good. Let me just show you the build and stop blabbing. I had to set this one up because it's important, right? Same concept, no augments, and 1,000 Paragon. I do have some sicko mode gear here, but I'm a wizard main, man. I gotta represent here. So the first thing we're gonna do is pop all our cooldowns and then just start DPSing away, right? As soon as we get 1-2 kills, boom, there it is. Now we have our attacks up. We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna use the beam for the most part whenever I can. Sometimes I'll do the ground pound, but it really just depends. But maybe it's a little tough to follow. It's a little tough to follow the Wave of Light Monk, but this is one of my actual favorite builds of this patch, and I wish I had an open map to really show you the glory, but we're just doing this all in one cut. You can see it, you start to ramp up, and once you get Gogok going, and if you're wondering why Gogok's in the build, and it just helps me get to my attack speed cap, and the cooldown actually gets benefit from Captain, or Captain gets buffed from Gogok rather. This is so chill. You just literally teleport around, hold your beam down, and I had another version of the build, which I might do another Diablo fans link for it, or it was more traditional with like NEMs and didn't have squirts, and that's probably what maybe a lot of people would do, but this is like a way to really min-max everything. And I love it, man. It's so chill. You can see we're just like beaming and just grinding and unwinding, enjoying our day. My other one had Flavor of Time also, so we were able to take advantage of it. So you can see like this is like 2 horrible maps back to back. So if we can salvage a good time, like a 2-ish minute clear, that'd be a good thing. And you can use this for bounties, for torments, all that stuff. Hey, look at that pop. That was a good one. Yo, can we get a pet that picks up globes and DBs. There's another good pot. We're starting to really find our footing here. It's like we get those elites. I can almost drop Zodiac Ring, but I'm not there yet either. Zodiac Ring, sometimes we get caught with like a lower cooldown if we don't get like our Gogok stats. And yeah, I'm trying not to die here for my time. It was close. I was right in the line here. Pop back into Archon and go. I was like, maybe it was a bad idea to follow with wave, you know, do Wave of Light first since it's the best, but I thought I'd start at the top and show you that there's other builds that can come close to the throne. And Wizard, also, like, this is day 3 or 4 of the PTR that we're filming this, day 3. So there might be a lot of other dope variations that we just haven't discovered yet, or I might be like, oh crap. I know I'm always tweaking my own builds, so I'd imagine like it's only gonna get better as time goes by. I might ground pound here just to get that guaranteed damage and the pulses in, so. A 3-minute clear on one of the worst maps ever. We were averaging like 2 to 225 earlier. This is honestly probably like my slowest run of the day, but you know what? We're doing this all in one cut. Another build you're familiar with, the Multishot Demon Hunter. I just updated my build here on Diablo Fans. And again, we're utilizing the Captain Crimson set. This isn't the updated version of it, but the updated version looks like this on the PTR. So this is some perfect synergy, right? You get damage reduction based off of your reduced cost resource, and the Yang's rolls up to, I believe, 50% reduced cost resource. So you get 50% damage reduction just from the bow, not even counting, you know, your Paragon, you get it, or if you have it on any other items of your gear. So that does make UE a little bit tankier. I can see them using this in the push variation. And again, this is like a focus and restraint power. So when you're pushing, you can actually use Focus and Restraint and the Captain Crimson set together. UE is looking really nice this season. And again, I'll probably do another video with the push, 5 different push builds that I like coming up. And again, we can utilize the Squirt's Necklace. Since we're staying back, we can just DPS to our heart's content and typically not get hit or kill enemies off screen with the speed build. Flavor of Time in the Cube for those double pylons. I'm a sucker for these double pylons. It might be a little bit of a gimmick, all right? It might not be the best thing, and again, 1,000 Paragon, you guys get it. It might not be the best thing, but man, I love these double pylons. It's so much fun, right? Well, you can see it's UE. Nothing changed. It's stronger than last season, really because of Squirt's Necklace, and because of we get the Captain Crimson set. UE gets a lot of love here. But if you think you're going to play UE next season and just walk through the content, you're going to get put down, okay? Because you're going to have to fish for those melee mob maps, just like always. And you're going to have to basically look for favorable mob types with any build you play, not just UE. And if you get hit with squirts, you're going to take even bonus damage, that extra 50, right? So you have to be careful, but I think there's going to be some nice clears with UE next season. All right, so you can see we have a 2-minute speed pylon. So we're basically gonna have speed pylon the rest of the way now because we have the Flavor of Time. So that's one reason why I like it. You get 1 pylon and you have it for the rest of the duration of the speed typically. Kill this, and I mean, we're just crushing it, right? Absolutely obliterating the content. And if you're really like, you know what, Blood, I don't want that extra damage from the Captain. I wanna use, like, hey, Blood, I want to use a Sage set. You can actually swap in a Sage set. It doesn't really slow your time down that much. I might roll Captain just for the ease of use, or if I'm in a 4-player group, or I don't know. I think I might just go Captain for now, but once I get super geared, like if I had augments and everything, I might think about using a Sage or the Kane set or something like that for those extra DBs. I don't think you can actually use the Kane set, but you could definitely use a Sage. They added a belt to the Sage set if you guys don't know. So you can actually use a belt, and I'm gonna die. Whoa! Oh man. Anyway, we got a power pylon, so this is actually GG's. Multi-shots in a super good spot, and I love hitting this hard. It's really rock solid. So Multishot Demon Hunter in about a 2-minute run. I'm fighting the Q boss right now, waiting to log in on the freaking PTR, but we're gonna do the Archon set next, and it's another one that takes advantage of the Captain Crimson. You know, with Condemn, you get that reduced cost resource, you get the cooldown, you benefit greatly from it. And again, the flavor of time for the double pylon usage is really awesome. And you can use it for bounties, for T16, pretty much for everything, all your general use. This build feels really nice, and I can see myself going for those quad gloves. Let's actually update it live while I'm waiting to log in here. You would look for that reduced cost resource on your gloves for sure. So you do crit, double crit, and reduced cost resource. It looks like I just logged in, so let me submit this. You guys are watching the live editing here on stream. Oh my goodness. We're gonna run the same test we just ran on the other classes here. Let's jump right in. This Archon set is definitely a goodie, and it's an oldie but a goodie now, I guess. It's kind of been around since about season 12 or so. You can use this for bounties, for T16, just for your like general speed getting around the game, right? Even like maybe Ubers and things like that. I'm using the furnace, and there's an open slot here. Like you can use that Archon's weapon, the Archon Addendum, I think it's called. The one where you get access to all the Archon runes. I forget what it's called. You can definitely use that. I tried it, it wasn't that bad. You get the extra resource cost. But with the Captain Crimson, I don't know if it's actually needed so much, but you can do that. I tried Ingeom for the even more excessive cooldown. And then I tried the Envious Blade. Envious Blade is a guaranteed crit when you hit an enemy at full health. I wish my Veers, man, I'm bitter about that Veers, but I never really like fabricate the results or anything. Dang it, I'm so bitter about that Veers, because now we got a nice open map and Condemn is juicy, right? You can see the 1000 Paragon. Condemn is juicy, all right? I wish the Veers was looking juicy. I love that build, man. I take pride in, anyway. I tried a bunch of stuff with Condemn, and yeah, this was my favorite setup out of all of them. So if you're playing Crusader next season, I mean, look, you just absolutely crush it, dude. You can tell I'm a wizard main because, yeah, I love my wizards, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go. Let's keep doing some damage here. I'm not keeping up FNR like I should. I'm just being lazy. And we have flavor of time, so we have a freaking minute power pylon. So that's really good. You can just kind of gingerly kill things to our leisure, right? Just mosey on over here. Let's get Stone Singer. Put him down. Make sure we keep up Acrorats. And then boom, another 2-minute clear. GG. GG easy. I am going to go into in-depth detail on my podcast on Tuesday about the patch itself. Like I'll probably touch on each individual item. Like the longer form content is actually better. Look at my stash space. Longer form content's better actually for like a podcast than a video, because the video would just be so long. But I am going to upload it. I upload my podcast to YouTube. So it's kind of like a video with no, just a video with audio, no video. I'm confused. You guys get it, right? Podcast on Tuesday. Look for it. I'm going to jump on Barb here. I want to just say that this is the Mal'Ganis pet from the pre-order for Warcraft 3. So if you buy the remastered version of Warcraft 3, it is right here. You can actually get this pet once the patch goes live. I would imagine you can pre-order it, pre-purchase it. It's a pre-purchase, not a pre-order. If you pre-purchase it, up until the second the game goes live, it should be available. So there's that. And also, don't hate on my Barb, okay? He's glorious, and just no hate comments, all right? Jumping in, let's get, oh, we got a nice spicy open map here. So with Barb, you're using Zodiac Ring to keep up Perma-Wrath the Berserker. So you don't really want to spam your buffs. You want to maybe train yourself to not push the buttons. I know we want to push the button. We're kids again. I want to push the button. The only button you're allowed to push really is Ignore Pain, because you might die. So like when you're we got Shield Pylon, so we're basically invincible now. But if you're going to die, feel free to pop Ignore Pain. It'll definitely help you stay alive. And then of course you want to use Sprint. We're using Sprint Marathon for that extra speed. Barb is looking real spicy. Again, we're using the Captain Crimson to get extra damage here. It's really increasing our DPS. And we stack cooldown anyway because, man, we get all these good maps and my poor wizard, man. I'm so bitter about that, chat. Yeah, we get benefit from cooldown, so you want to stack that everywhere. Area damage is really good. Reduced cost resource is good because it's giving us damage reduction with the 2-piece Captain set. And let me get this over here. I guess Wizard gets enough love, you know, like the bazookas of the world, the Veers of the world. So I guess it's okay that in my video, it's not the star of every video. You know, there's some varieties of spice of life. Anyway, You can see Whirlwind is great. Same parameters, you know, look at my strength is 10k only. So, and I think it's only buffed because we're using Rampage. Like once Rampage drops, I'll probably drop to like 8,000 or so. And we still have that shield pylon because we have, you know, the flavor of time. It's beautiful, man. Another reason too, I know I touched on it, but I don't want to just put all these videos out and then they get nerfed. Like what if they nerf the flavor of time and then everyone's confused, or the Echoing Fury gets buffed and then that's going to be best in slot? Because if they allow Echoing Fury to be on hit versus on kill, it would be the meta for a lot of classes. The problem is when you have a Rift Guardian and it's on kill, you're not getting any benefit. So you have like a dead item in the cube. It's not even working. Unless the Guardian has ads like Hamlin, you're not going to get that benefit. So there's a nice 2-minute clear-ish with Barb. Barb's looking spicy, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving this patch. I like the captain set's my favorite addition. It's super fun to be able to mix it in because it's only a 2-piece. And if you use Ring of Royal Grandeur, you can wear the 3-piece, right? So you can see I lost my Rampage and our strength is down to 8,000. So you can only imagine if you actually had, you know, augments or whatever. I mean, it would just be real good. Again, all the Diablo fan links will be in the description below so you can see what I'm looking at and what we're adding. Like this looks funny, right? There's nothing in the cube. Again, remember that it's in the description. We got a podcast, we got a Twitch stream. You can watch all my VODs. Just click here and go to video. I'm posting this on Sunday and I'm not gonna stream today. I had some prior engagements and I didn't know when the PTR was gonna happen. So I'm gonna actually go hang out with some friends and family today. But I hope you guys enjoy your day. You can watch the VODs, like I said. All the builds will be on this link right here when they're available on Patreon. Free for everybody, okay? I just use Patreon like a website because I'm super lazy to make my own website. And it works fine, so there's that. Big shout out to all the patrons always supporting the stream, all the Twitch subs, anyone that's liked or commented on the videos or just watches, gives the podcast a chance. I'm trying to be a podcaster too. I love talking about Diablo in games, so hope you guys enjoy that. I'm babbling. Yeah, so this is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.